Okay. Hey, what's happening, all my Dragonlings? I am D.Dragon, God of Gaming, Damian-Dragon, and welcome to the Gaming News, episode 51. I hope everyone has had a wonderful day, and thank you so much for choosing Damian-Dragon Plays. And today, I'm going to be bringing you all of your gaming news-related articles, rumors, leaks, and everything that has to do with the gaming news for this week. But before we get in, let's take a step back out and talk to each other. Boom. Hey. Yeah, I'm sorry I look like shit at the moment. It's because I just got home and from walking, and it's hot as hell outside, and my hair does not do good with sweat. Anyway, today we have some stuff on GTA 6. We have some stuff on Crysis. We have some stuff on the PlayStation 5, of course. And some stuff pertaining to the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X. But I do want to say thank you guys so much for helping me hit 50 plus episodes of the gaming news. I was made aware of that a little while ago, and I didn't realize I had hit 50. So, holy crap, we hit half 100 gaming newses. And this is one of our most popular segments we do every single week, so I do appreciate you making one of my stuff one of the most popular. So thank you so much. But anyway, let's get you into what you guys have clicked on here today for. So let me step out and let me read some shit. So back into the thing you go. Anyway, GTA 6. The long-awaited sequel to GTA 5, one of the biggest games on any console. Everyone's been speculating about GTA 6, but we have a report here from tweakdown.com, and this is written by Derek Strickland at Deep Tweak on Twitter, if you guys want to go follow him. And the title of the article states, Sony won't spend $750 million on GTA 6 exclusivity on PlayStation 5. Jesus, $750 million? God. It says Sony isn't going to spend $750 million to get timed exclusivity for any game on PlayStation 5, even games like Grand Theft Auto 6. Now it says, reports say that Sony has made pricey timed exclusivity deals to ensure some multi-platform games come to PlayStation 5 first. While this could be true, the spending is far off the mark. A recent rumor says Sony is spending $750 million to get Grand Theft Auto 6 to be 30-day timed exclusive on PS5. This is preposterous for many reasons. It's not the fact that Sony would secure timed exclusivity for GTA 6. That's ridiculous. The deal could very well be possible. Sony did open its PlayStation 5 reveal event with next-gen announcement of Grand Theft Auto 5, and also secured a free 30-day deal for the new standalone GTA Online for PS4 and PS5 gamers. So, there you go. What's most ludicrous is the price tag associated with this report. $750 million is more than 5 times the development budget of Destiny, which is $140 million, and more than 5 times the dev budget of Grand Theft Auto 5, which is $137 million. It's also more than the total cost of Star Citizen, $250 million plus. Sony doesn't spend $750 million to develop, market, or distribute its own games. It's certainly not going to spend that much to snag a month's timed exclusivity on PlayStation 5. Let's put this a different way. $750 million is 13% of the record $5.63 billion in Q1 PlayStation revenues that Sony just posted. Revenues are earnings before marketing. Cost of goods sold and other spending is subtracted. At the end, PlayStation earned $1.152 billion in profit in Q1 20. That is the highest Q1 in Sony's history, and the highest Q1 profits in gaming's 48-year history. That's telling you something. To further put that into perspective, the rumored GTA 6 exclusivity cost of $750 million is 65% of those record Q1 PlayStation profits. Long story short, it's not going to happen. Sony isn't going to spend that much to secure exclusivity. How much will it spend exactly? We don't know. How much can Sony spend? A lot. But that doesn't mean it will. Just because a company makes billions in profits every year doesn't mean it'll spend 3/4 of $1 billion on a third-party game that it doesn't wholly own, and it won't get 100% of the proceeds from sales. And besides, if this deal were in the works, we'd see lots of indications in its financials. Sony isn't going to just going to make out a lump $750 million payment all at once for a deal like this. They start making payments now, and it'd be part of its selling, general, and administrative branch, which handles marketing. If a deal like this was happening, we'd see changes in these numbers. This spending branch hasn't increased materially. In fact, the SG&A numbers are down 14% in Q1 20 to $2.79 billion. This is the year of the PlayStation 5 releases, so it stands to reason these numbers would increase now if Sony wanted to spend the $750 payment across multiple years. GTA 6 is in pre-production phases. If that wasn't enough, Grand Theft Auto 6 is still a long way away and is only in early pre-production phases of development. The project is coming after the Grand Theft Auto 5's next-gen version, which should be practiced for GTA 6 optimizations on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. GTA Online is getting a big overhaul, likely to be upgraded and connect directly with GTA 6 when it's ready. Signing an exclusivity deal for a game that won't be ready for many more years isn't a good investment on Sony's part. It's the type of deal that can be deferred, yes. That doesn't have a payoff until Rockstar Games is ready to release the title, and no one knows when that'll be. Not even Take-Two Interactive mandates Rockstar release titles at certain times. Why would they? Rockstar is their cash crop outside of NBA 2K games, and GTA 5 has sold over 135 million copies across 2 console generations. That kind of obscured visibility would give Sony's board some pause. And to be honest, it would. I spent a little bit too much time on that. But it's Grand Theft Auto 5. Well, not Grand Theft Auto 5, Grand Theft Auto 6. And it's gonna be on a lot of people's mindset for the coming future. Yes, Grand Theft Auto 5 is getting its own spot in the PlayStation 5 when it comes out. I don't know about Xbox Series X. I have no idea just yet. But it is coming to PlayStation 5 as I know. And to be honest, $750 million for one exclusive game title. I know Grand Theft Auto 5 is a gigantic game. And Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be an even bigger one. For the sheer amount of stuff that you can do in GTA 5, and then having a sequel be so many years away, and still the game's still very popular among people. I understand that it's going to be worth a good like $200 to $400 million. But $750 million for one exclusive game, which is not even going to be out when the PlayStation 5 is going to be out. And it's going to be taking, 2 to 3 years after the PlayStation 5 cycle, is out for it to drop. Yeah, that's not a good idea. Nor is it a good, use of your funds. The game is still going to come to PlayStation 5. It just, why would you take so much money to make an exclusivity for 30 days? It's not a good investment. But I think I've spent a little bit too much time on that. Let's go over to our next thing. The PS5, Xbox Series X solve a huge console problem. I think this is a run over from our last segment for the cooling for the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. It said the design of both. This is from Tom's Guide, and this is written by Alan Martin. As said, the PS5 and Xbox Series X will solve a huge console problem. Here's how. Design for both Xbox Series X and PS5 has come in for a fair bit of criticism over the last few weeks. You think? But it was always going to be a tough design challenge. The problem with pushing 4K and 60 FPS, your mileage may vary, is that the hardware generates an awful lot of heat. So the idea that your new console will be a PS3 slim proportions is simply fanciful. With that in mind, it's perhaps unsurprising that Xbox boss Phil Spencer was quite complimentary of what the Sony team has achieved with the PS5's design. In an interview held in the neutral ground of an Animal Crossing island, Spencer expressed some sympathies with the challenges Sony engineers face. I believe I read this before, so go watch my last episode of Gaming News. Sony, on the other hand, has taken a different approach. While the Xbox Series X has 52 compute units at 1.825 gigahertz, the PS5 has just 36, but each one can hit 2.23 gigahertz, which could spell a whole lot of heat. That's presumably why the early dev units had a large central grille for drawing in air, something that's better hidden in the final design. Knowing that the PlayStation 5 is running at higher clocks, it just creates more heat, Spencer continued. I like the design of what they did. I have a lot of respect for what they did. I have a lot of respect for what the teams do at PlayStation, but they're running their box differently than we are, and it creates unique design challenges in how you keep these things cool. One thing that the two consoles do have in common is size. They're both enormous, as the picture below shows, based on the relative sizes of the disk drives and USB ports indicates. So yeah, I think they've created their own big challenges. Like you can see at the top right here, I think this is how they expel the air, or how it's gonna, pull in air and cool your system. But I do not see how everything is gonna work. So I'm hoping that it works fine when the console releases. Hopefully. Hopefully this is a thing. Alright, next up. Some things on PlayStation 5. And I believe there's 2 items for PlayStation 5. If not, then hey. Anyway. This article comes from Forbes. And this is written by Paul Tassi, who is a senior contributor of the website. And he writes, PS5 effectively just got a huge new exclusive launch title. Oh boy. The deck is starting to feel a little bit stacked for the PS5 and Xbox Series X launch in favor of Sony. Microsoft has lost Halo Infinite as a launch title, which was going to be one of the highest profile games to launch with a new console in a few generations, while Sony has Spider-Man Miles Morales and exclusive console access to Gearbox's Godfall and Arcane's Deathloop this fall. But yesterday, Sony essentially got an entirely new exclusive with a surprise announcement for its breakout hit of the year, Ghost of Tsushima. Ghost of Tsushima is getting a free co-op update called Legends, which is a 2 to 4 player mode that will let you take on story and survival missions, and there's even a 4-player raid coming as well. Players will pick different class, and enemies now have supernatural powers inspired by Japanese folklore. The release date for this is simply fall, which, given that we're 2 weeks away from September, implies to me that Sony may end up timing this with the launch of PS5. We still don't really know what the deal is with games like The Last of Us Part 2 and Ghost of Tsushima in terms of how you'll buy or play them on PS5, but it stands to reason that at minimum, a game like Ghost of Tsushima will load faster and perform better on PS5 at baseline, even if there are no other upgrades and it's already gorgeous enough where that may be all it needs. This strikes me as Sony essentially getting another exclusive title for the PS5's launch. Given the apparent breadth of this update, I expect perhaps some sort of Tsushima re-release for PS5, which still could be coming. Oh boy. But I was not expecting this, and this sounds quite a bit better. Actual new content to play rather than replaying the original game with better resolution or what have you. Microsoft does have enhanced for Xbox Series X versions of its own exclusives coming like Gears 5 and Ori, but there's not like a Gears of War expansion coming out or anything like what we're seeing with Tsushima here. Yes, it's likely that Tsushima may have released something like this anyway, even if we weren't about to launch a new console generation. But because that is happening, the timing could not be better for Sony. And yes, I would absolutely consider Tsushima Legends a substantive exclusive release this fall, given how beloved the game was, and that it's fully new content, not a remaster, but may be coming too. As ever, this is going to be a challenging fall for Xbox, and it's just got a little bit harder with this announcement. Xbox may have a power edge this time, but Sony's first-party studios continue to fire on all cylinders. And you're damn right that is. Tsushima Legends is going to be a really good one. If you guys like Ghost of Tsushima, then you're most likely going to like the 2 to 4 player game, co-op game that they're going to be releasing this fall. And yeah, it looks like it's going to be timing with the PlayStation 5. So, damn, Sony, damn. Basically, that's just an arrow in the back to Microsoft. Basically, Sony got behind Microsoft and just started riddling them with arrows. Because, yeah, if you guys didn't know, Xbox is not getting Halo Infinite for the exclusive for the launch of the Xbox Series X. And that's going to be a freaking problem. Because that is going to be a gigantic game for their console. And it's not going to be out for launch. And for PlayStation, you got Spider-Man Miles Morales, Godfall, you got Ghost of Tsushima now. And basically, now Sony just duplicated themselves and just, again, volley of arrows. So, it's looking like things are tipping in the favor of PlayStation. So, let's see how that all hangs up over the next coming months. Because you got to think, it's about to hit September. So we have October, and we have this coming month, which is September. Then we have October to wait through, and those could be riddled with a ton of things. Because you got to think, Sony and Microsoft doesn't have that much time to release prices, so we're gonna be getting it within the next 2 months, and we're hoping to get it next month, hopefully. But yeah, and then you have November. In December. Wait, those are the 2 months that PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X is supposed to be coming out. Yeah. So, there's not much time for any console. So, let's hope that everything is going to be working out in the favor. Alright, the last thing on the PlayStation 5, and this is from T3.com, and it's written by Robert Jones. And he writes, PS5 dev ends PlayStation 5 fake 4K rumor brutally. And it says that rumor about the PS5 struggling to run games at 4K 60 FPS just got put down spectacularly. Let's read on, folks. So those myriad of reports online that all stemmed from one unsubstantiated rumor, the one that suggested that the PS5 could struggle to run PS5 games at 4K 60 FPS, it was immediately called out by gamers as bogus, just got proved false again, and ended in the most brutal way possible. The fake news beatdown came courtesy of PS5 game Quantum Error dev Team Kill Media, who, when challenged on Twitter that its game was struggling to hit 4K 30 FPS on PlayStation 5, immediately put the BS to bed. And this is from Winged_Wild. And it's Quantum Error. The reply was from Winged_Wild, and the Quantum said, "Not sure where this quote comes from, but it didn't come from us. Quantum Error currently is running at 4K 65. Oh, okay, I got that backwards. Okay, never mind. Quantum Error, a corridor shooter, is struggling to get 4K 30 on PS5. It's trying to get to 4K, which means downgrade, etc., to optimize to run on PS5. Quantum Error replied, "Not sure where this quote comes from, but it didn't come from us. Quantum Error currently is running at 4K 65 to 70 FPS on optimized. We will be hitting our goal of 4K 60 FPS, and there will be much more than just corridors. LOL." Damn. Shots fired. Quantum Error currently is running at 4K 65 to 70 FPS unoptimized. That's unoptimized, remember, meaning that the game will almost certainly run even better after a good dose of polish. Indeed, Team Kill Media are actually brought to a state of rolling on the floor crying with laughter at the suggestion that PS5 game won't run at 4K 60 FPS. We'll be hitting our goal of 4K 60 FPS, and there will be much more than just corridors, lol. That's basically like laughing in somebody's face. Here at T3, we consider this to be great, if entirely expected news. The idea that the PS5 would struggle to deliver 4K 60 FPS was laughable from the start, and while we don't expect every single game to be playable at 4K 60 FPS, the fact that a smaller third-party studio like Kill Team Media can get their game to run at over that threshold unoptimized clearly says to us that Sony's in-house studios, as well as larger third-party studios, will have no problem with their titles either. The fact that a studio has hit that fidelity and smoothness so early in the PS5 software dev cycle too indicates that the possibilities of even greater frame rates at these higher resolutions could also be possible. After all, the PS5 has officially been confirmed as supporting frame rates up to 120 frames per second and a resolution of 8K. That was basically a dev burn right there. Sorry I got the the quotations backwards. At Wild_Wings basically put up a hoax, and then the team behind the game basically laughed in his face and basically smacked him in the back of the head, basically like, you're killing us, kid. So, and Kill Team Media is basically like a very small team of developers for a game, and people like, you know, Midway and all that, and all them like bigger companies like 2K, they're not gonna have a problem running their games at 4K. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's stop with the rumors and stop putting people down, because we don't know what's gonna happen in the coming months, and we don't know until we get the finished product. So until you can physically prove it, shut the fuck up. Anyway, this will be our last piece of news for the week. It has to do with Crysis. For those of you that don't know Crysis, look it up. I have no time to run down the list. And this is coming from PCGamer.com, and this is written by Melindy Hetfield. I hope I said your name right. I'm sorry if I did it. And she wrote, Crysis Remastered will be an Epic Store exclusive when it launches next month. Ooh. Put your exosuit on and get ready to trace some rays. Crysis Remastered now has a new release date and will be coming to PC September 18th. The trailer also reveals that it will be an Epic Game Store exclusive, though right now it's unclear if it will be a time-limited exclusive that will come to other platforms further down the line. But the game was originally supposed to release simultaneously on all platforms on July 23rd, but all versions save from the Switch release were pushed back in order for Crytek to get Crysis Remastered up to the PC and console-breaking standard you've come to expect from Crysis games. As we previously reported, this was likely because reactions to the leaked footage were less than enthusiastic. Today, Crytek has announced how the remaster is going to break our PCs. In the most positive way, of course. Apart from HDR support, you can look forward to the new light setting and depth fields updated, particle effects, textures up to 8K, and ray tracing. The new trailer above shows off the differences between the original and the remaster in detail. System requirements for this PC breaking romp through the North Korean wilderness are yet to be announced. Crysis Remastered will be available exclusively from the Epic Game Store for $26 £26 and 99 £26.99 and $29.99. I don't know how the Brits do their stuff. Tui, you're gonna need to fill me in. Tui, Dave, one of you need to fill me in on how the hell you say these in pounds. £26.99. I don't freaking know. I have a problem. I have a problem with the money in different countries. Anyway, Crysis is going to be a good one. The Crysis franchise has been always big. And next to things like Call of Duty and, you know, Turok and all that, Crysis has always been, like, right there, up there with, like, Halo and all them. It's a really fun game. It's a really cool game. If you guys want to run through some of the old stuff, I suggest Crysis 2. Crysis 2 was actually a really good game. I actually tried to play it at one point. I didn't really care about the story. I just went and just guns blazing and just murder things. And that's what I wanted to do. So if you guys want to play Crysis, September 18th is supposed to be coming to PC as an exclusive to the Epic Game Store. So if you guys like Crysis and you guys want to play the remastered version of it, I suggest you go checking out the Epic Game Store. If you guys have the money, of course. I'm not going to, because I'm saving up everything I own. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for today. That was a lot of news. It's 9:07, and I've been talking for 26 minutes. Holy crap. Anyway, that's it for today. We got through a lot of stuff today, and hopefully everything tunes out as good as possible. Basically, a developer laughed at people. The cooling problems with the PS5 and Xbox Series X are most likely gotten through, so we should be good. Grand Theft Auto 6 is not going to be an exclusive to PlayStation 5, so everyone can play away whenever it comes out. Crysis is coming to the Epic Game Store, and many, many more things. So, if you guys like what you see here, and you guys want to see more from me, every Thursday I play Naruto Ultimate Ninja 3. Go ahead and check it out. And we are solidly within the game. I don't know how far I am, but you want something, I'm just having a lot of fun. So I suggest you go check it out and see what you guys like to see. If you guys want to see anything more from me, you guys want to see any games from me at some point down the pipeline, let me know, because I would love to play some games that you guys want to see. So let me know what you guys want to see, and I'll see what I can do. Also, on every Sunday I do this gaming news stuff, so I suggest you come and checking it out, because it's always some new things that's coming out always in the gaming world. So I will always be on the top of it. Also, if you guys want to see some more stuff from our beautiful creators, down in the description down below, there will be all of our beautiful creators, including my own personal channel where I run gaming things every single day. From Saints Row to SpongeBob to Wizards 101 to Dragon Age to Harry Potter to Let It Die. Every game in between. There's not a game I won't touch, and there's not a game I won't play. So if you guys have a game that you guys want to see and you guys can't get it on here, go ahead and go run it by me over on my channel, and I will play it on there for you. But it's going to have to get in line, because I have a long list of games I want to play, but I'm obviously going to figure everything out. So, anyway, until next time, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for watching the Gaming News, and I hope everyone has a wonderful day. Tell me what you guys want. Tell me what you guys on. Are you guys on Team PlayStation, or are you guys on Team Xbox? Let me know. I want to hear it down below. But please do not kill each other in the comment section. I don't advise it. Just have a little bit of fun. Tell us what you want, and tell us what you guys like, because I like to read it and like to hear on your side. Just don't be going to bash on the other side. Just tell us what you like about the console that's coming up, and tell us why you like it over the other console. So, until next time, ladies and gentlemen, good gaming, happy hunting, and I'll see all you Dragonlings back inside the world of the gaming news. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time for some more Damian Dragon action. Peace.